This video has been produced to explain the basic design features of the inter-rai suite of assessment systems, the world's most widely used systems for vulnerable individuals. The inter-rai suite of assessment systems is designed to support assessment and care planning by trained healthcare professionals, while at the same time providing robust information for local administrators, regulators, and researchers. The suite comprises over 25 assessment systems that evaluate the needs of people at the point of care. Inter-rai systems are harmonised across all care settings, thus facilitating integrated and continuous care. Individual inter-rai assessment systems are designed for specific settings and populations. For example, home care, residential aged care, and acute hospital care. Each system contains a set of core items that are common to the majority of inter-rai systems. These are supplemented by specialised items that are specific to groups of individuals or care settings. This design facilitates transfer of information across settings, for example between home care and acute hospital care, but also simplifies training and interpretation. Once familiar with one inter-rai system, a reader can quickly review and interpret an assessment created for use in another setting. This also enables direct comparison of populations across settings, an extremely useful capability that supports planning and reimbursement. An individual inter-rai system comprises a set of carefully designed observations, questions, and other relevant clinical information collected to gauge a person's needs. A trained assessor enters this information at or before entry to a program of care, and it is updated to monitor progress over time. To conduct an assessment, the healthcare professional talks to the person, observes the person, reads the available records, and if required, speaks with carers and family members to complete the clinical observations. There is a built-in toolkit that makes best use of the information gathered. We call these tools applications, and these are designed to support both care decisions made by clinicians and service administrators. They include scales to measure the status of a group of problems, like activities of daily living or frailty, risk assessments for future adverse events, such as falls, clinical assessment protocols or CAPs, which guide clinicians to identify individuals who require further assessment or specific interventions, administrative tools to assist in resource planning and reimbursement, and quality indicator calculation. The advantage of these inter-rai applications is that they all make use of the same set of observations. This avoids repetition and keeps the number of observations needed to a minimum. Inter-rai is designed around the collect once, use many times principle. The inter-rai acute care assessment, for example, uses a modest 56 clinical observations to produce a problem list, diagnostic and risk screeners, scales to measure the severity of a problem, and quality indicators. Smart, right? An example of an inter-rai application is the Pressure Ulcer Risk Scale for hospital settings, which evaluates the risk of a patient acquiring a pressure injury during hospitalisation. 7 observations within an inter-rai assessment contribute to this risk scale. The scale is then used to support clinical care by suggesting preventive measures and strategies to avoid a pressure injury. Inter-rai researchers have published the majority of inter-rai applications in the scientific literature. They can be found at this website. Inter-rai instruments have been mandated for use in many countries, including New Zealand, Canada, Belgium, Finland, Switzerland, and the USA. Inter-rai Australia is actively encouraging uptake of the inter-rai systems for both care delivery and research here in Australia, while also contributing to their international development and improvement.